Imagine a vast, open landscape. The sun is low in the sky, casting long shadows. A gentle breeze whispers through the tall grasses, carrying the scent of earth and wildflowers. It is a world untouched, a kingdom ruled by nature's ancient rhythms. Here, far from the clamor of our own world, lives a creature of extraordinary beauty and untamed spirit. This is the realm of the wild horse. Suddenly, the stillness is broken. A ripple of movement begins, a single, fluid motion that swells into a magnificent display. The herd appears as if from the very earth. First one, then 10, then 100 strong. They move as a single, breathing entity across the plains. Their hooves strike the ground in a powerful percussive rhythm, a drumbeat that echoes the pulse of the land itself. Dust rises in golden clouds behind them, catching the light and creating a halo around their powerful forms. They are not merely running, they are flowing, a living river of muscle and mane, pouring across the landscape with a purpose that is as old as the hills. This is not a flight of fear, but a celebration of freedom, an expression of pure, unadulterated existence in its most dynamic form. Each horse is a masterpiece of natural design: deep bay, chestnut, dappled gray, stark black. To witness the herd in full gallop is to experience a symphony of motion. Each animal moves with an athletic grace. Their powerful hindquarters propel them forward, muscles bunching, releasing. Their legs, slender yet incredibly strong, stretch, contract, precise adaptation to rugged terrain. They clear obstacles with effortless leaps, bodies arching. A ballet of the wild, powerful and exquisitely graceful. Look closer at the intricate details. The lead mare sets the pace. Her ears are pricked forward, her eyes scanning the horizon. The herd follows her lead, mirroring her movements. They communicate silently. A flick of an ear, a turn of the head, a subtle shift in posture. This lets them move as one, react instantly, unity that is beautiful and efficient. Their beauty is born of wildness. Sheen comes from natural oils, diet of wild grasses, wind and sun polishing. Strength forged by daily travel, climbing steep hillsides, crossing wide plains, searching for fresh water and grazing. The sound is as magnificent as the sight. It begins as a distant rumble, a low thrumming felt in the ground. As they draw closer, it grows into a thunderous crescendo, 1,000 hooves striking the earth in a unified rhythm. It speaks of immense power and momentum, the heartbeat of the wilderness made audible, a reminder we share this planet with creatures of incredible strength and untamed majesty, their world ancient and profound. The herd is the cornerstone of the wild horse's existence. It is their family, it is their fortress, it is their school. Within the intricate social structure of the herd, each horse has a place and a purpose. The herd is typically led by a dominant stallion and an older, experienced lead mare. The stallion acts as the primary protector, defending the herd from predators and rival stallions. The lead mare guides the family to the best grazing lands and the safest water sources. This division of labor creates a stable and secure society, allowing the horses to thrive. The bonds they form are deep and lasting. Life in the herd is a constant lesson in cooperation and mutual support. The mares work together to care for the foals. They form a protective circle around the young if danger approaches. They share nursing duties. Older foals learn social skills by playing with peers, all under the watchful eyes of the adults. These interactions are vital for survival. A lone horse is a vulnerable horse, but within the collective strength of the herd, there is safety. More eyes watch for predators, more ears listen for threats, and the herd presents a united front against danger. This social fabric is woven with affection and loyalty. We see mutual grooming strengthening bonds. It turns a group into a tightly knit family. It is the very heart of their world. The collective vigilance of the herd is a remarkable defense mechanism. While some horses graze with their heads lowered, others will always stand watch, heads held high, ears swiveling like radar dishes, scanning the horizon in all directions. They are the sentinels of the plains, a living, breathing early warning system. A sudden lift of a head, a tense posture, a sharp snort, that alerts the entire herd to a potential threat. In an instant, every horse is on high alert, ready to flee. This shared responsibility lets the others rest and graze in relative peace, conserving precious energy. When a threat is confirmed, the reaction is instantaneous and coordinated. The lead mare signals the direction of escape. The herd moves as one. The powerful stallion often takes up the rear, placing himself between family and danger. He may charge at the predator, kick and bite, creating a diversion so mares and foals gain a precious head start. This bravery is more than courage. It's instinct honed over generations to protect the future of the herd. The safety of the many outweighs the risk to the one. Safety in numbers is a fundamental natural principle. Wild horses prove it. The herd's unity is its greatest shield. Running together, they form a bewildering spectacle of power that can deter even the most determined predator. There is a profound, almost primal connection that people feel when they watch wild horses. Perhaps it is a stirring of a deep ancestral memory, a whisper from a time when our own survival was more closely tied to the natural world. To see them run, untethered and free, is to witness a living embodiment of a spirit that many of us feel has been lost in our modern, structured lives. Their freedom is so absolute, so pure, that it resonates with a longing within our own hearts. We see in them a power and a liberty that we instinctively admire and perhaps even envy. The sight of a herd thundering across an open plain can evoke a powerful emotional response. It is a spectacle that can bring a sense of awe and wonder. For a moment, the concerns of our own world fade away, replaced by the simple, immediate reality of their existence. We are reminded that the world is so much larger than our daily routines, that it contains forces and beauties that are beyond our control and comprehension. This experience can be humbling and deeply moving, a poignant reminder of our place within the grand tapestry of life on Earth. Their very presence enriches the landscape, transforming a beautiful view into a living masterpiece. A valley is just a valley, but a valley with wild horses grazing in it becomes a scene from a forgotten time, a portal to a wilder, more elemental world. They add a dynamic and soulful dimension to the wilderness, serving as its most charismatic and powerful ambassadors. In their eyes, we see a reflection of a world that is raw, beautiful, and free, and it awakens a protective instinct within us, a desire to ensure that such wildness will always have a place on our planet. Wild horses are more than just beautiful animals. They are what we call a keystone species. Their presence fundamentally shapes the ecosystem they inhabit in numerous positive ways. Through their grazing, they help to manage the grasslands, preventing the overgrowth of certain types of vegetation, and promoting biodiversity. This, in turn, creates a healthier habitat for a wide array of other species, from insects and birds to small mammals. Their hooves break up the soil, which helps to aerate it and allows seeds to germinate more easily, contributing to the regeneration of native plants and the overall health of the plains. Their movements also create and maintain pathways through dense brush, which can be used by other animals. These trails can act as natural fire breaks, helping to control the spread of wildfires across the landscape. Furthermore, in winter, they use their strong hooves to dig through deep snow to find forage, creating areas where other smaller animals can also access food that would otherwise be out of reach. In this way, the wild horse is not just a resident of the wilderness, it is one of its most important architects and gardeners, a vital force that helps to maintain the delicate balance of its home. By observing them, we gain a deeper understanding of the intricate connections that bind the natural world together. We see how the health of one species is inextricably linked to the health of its entire environment. Despite their strength and resilience, the freedom of wild horses is incredibly fragile. They face numerous threats, many of which are a direct result of human activity. One of the greatest challenges is the loss of their natural habitat. As our towns and cities expand, and as more land is converted for agriculture, ranching, and industry, the open spaces that wild horses need to survive are shrinking at an alarming rate. They are being pushed into smaller and more marginal areas, where resources like food and water are scarce. This puts immense pressure on their populations and their way of life. Competition for these limited resources creates conflict. Wild horses often share their ranges with domestic livestock, cattle, sheep, leading to disputes over grazing rights and access to water. In many places, they are seen as pests that consume resources that could otherwise be used for cattle or sheep. This perspective has led to policies aimed at removing horses from public lands, often through controversial roundups. These roundups can shatter herd social structures, separating families, causing immense distress, and breaking bonds critical to their well-being. Once captured, the future is uncertain. Taken from a life of absolute freedom, they are placed into holding facilities, crowded pens where they can no longer roam. They lose their family, their freedom, and the very essence of their existence. The story of the wild horse is deeply intertwined with the story of the land itself. They are not an invasive species in many of the lands they now roam, They are a reintroduced native species. Ancient horse ancestors evolved in North America over millions of years before spreading to other continents and later disappearing from their ancestral home. These animals carry within them an enduring legacy of survival against all odds. They have adapted to harsh climates, from scorching deserts to freezing mountain winters. This incredible resilience is a testament to their strength, their intelligence, and the power of their social bonds. They are a living symbol of endurance, a reminder that life in its wildest forms possesses a remarkable capacity to persist and to thrive even in the most challenging of circumstances. Their legacy is also cultural. For centuries, wild horses have captured the human imagination. They have been a symbol of freedom, power, and untamed beauty in art, literature, and folklore around the world. To protect them is to honor this entire legacy. When we work to ensure that wild horses can continue to run free, we are not just saving an animal. We are safeguarding a piece of natural history, a cultural icon, and a living embodiment of the enduring spirit of the wild. Let us make a promise to the wild, a promise that we will leave room for the untamed, for the call of the wolf, the flight of the eagle, the gallop of the wild horse. For in their freedom, we find a reflection of the best parts of our own spirit. In their strength, we find inspiration. And in their continued existence, we find hope. A hope for a world where the wild spirit is not just a memory, but a living, breathing, thundering reality running free under an open sky forever.